whine for me? Will you whine for me? Oh, whine for me.
Side bitch sent you a new message. Damn baby, I miss you. I can't wait to see you. I want you to eat my booty from the back like you did last night. Would you like to reply?
You nasty mother.
Baby.
And you got me in here drinking after your be looking at water.
You nasty motherfucker.
This bitch reply. What the Don't even say Don't say shit. Shut mouth.
Way up.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and I have a really special guest. A friend of mine, Just Pam, is here.
Hey.
Just Pam is a comedian, and y'all know I am the biggest comedy fan. I actually had done this whole thing called Master Your Comedy, which is why this is called Master Your Comedy. And right now, we're talking to Just Pam just about her career, what she has going on, also getting to know your personality. You've done lip service with us before also.
Yes.
So let's talk about the Just Pam story.
Okay.
All right, so you're from Jersey.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Born and raised in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my life is boring. Yeah, I got nothing
No, it's
exciting.
not. Don't say that's not true. And you know what about you that I've noticed, right? Because you do put female comedian on there instead of just straight comedian.
Yeah.
But you hang with the guys a lot.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do. When I'm out with the Plastic Cup Boys, I'm normally the only female with them. So that's always fun and exciting. They always treat me like the baby sister of the group. But it's just an amazing experience, to be able to be out there with them, and then everybody's expecting the Plastic Cup Boys, and then here comes this female out there, and I get a lot of love. I really do get a lot of love when we're on the road and we're traveling and stuff. So it's pretty awesome.
So the Plastic Cup Boys, for people who don't know, right?
Yes.
That
is Kevin Hart's group, Kevin Hart and the Plastic Cup Boys. So when they're on tour with Kevin, I work at McDonald's on fries. But when they're not on tour with Kevin, they have their own tour that they do. So when they're on tour alone, then I'm with them. So
and they have a special on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yep, because I watched that.
I'm laughing my mask off. So yeah.
All right. So now tell me how you even hooked up with them.
Actually, Naeem Lynn from Plastic Cup Boys is actually a childhood friend of mine. Okay. Naeem is going to kill me for telling this story, but he knows this is my story. So when I was like 5, Naeem used to live across the street from my grandmother. And I used to go play with him, and he had this little yellow bouncy horse.
Was he grumpy back then, too?
He was not grumpy.
Okay.
So he had this little yellow bouncy horse, and I used to go play with the horse, and he used to always get on the back of my horse. So in my mind, we went together in my mind.
I'm trying to visualize Naeem on the back
of my bouncy horse.
Right.
I'd never let this story go. But literally, we're just childhood friends. And, he went off to college and became a comedian. And, I was just out here, working a regular job and stuff. And then, finally I was like, I'm going to try it. And I reached out to him first and was like, what do you think of this? And he was like, just try it, do it. And I tried it one time, and it was pretty addictive, and I was actually pretty good at it, and I just kept going.
So tell me about that first time, because I've seen some people in their first ever sets previously, and some people feel like they can just do it. Like, okay, I'm funny, let me just get on stage. What was your first time like?
My first time wasn't even that bad. It was actually pretty good. I think I did like 12, 13 minutes.
That's a long time.
Who you telling?
That's like 4 rounds in boxing.
Yes.
That's a long time.
So I did like 12, 13 minutes. And it was like awesome. And when I got off stage, there was somebody there who saw me and was like, I got a show coming up and I want you on it.
Wow.
And it never stopped from that moment. Like, it's on YouTube under like Pamela's first show or something.
I gotta see
think
that.
One of my cousins posted. But yeah, so it's been, a really awesome experience.
What'd you do to prepare for that?
Literally, it was the day before. I called somebody and was like, hey, if you wanted to be a comedian, what do you do? How does this work? And he was like, meet me at this spot tomorrow at 8. And I was like, what? And I showed up at the spot. I didn't have no set. I had nothing. I didn't know what I was doing.
That's bold.
Yes, the day before. And it was literally just off of me asking him, like, what if? And this is my what if.
Do you remember some of the things you talked about on stage and how you figured it out? And what do you think when you see it?
Oh my God. I hate to watch myself on video. I hate it. I don't like it. I hate to watch my sets. I don't know. But I look back at it and it's crazy because some of the stuff I actually took it and put it into bigger jokes that are some of my best jokes right now.
And when you think about it, right, because people don't understand what comedians go through. Like Chris Rock, his special just came out. He has a brand new special. And just the way, because I saw that they've been like talking about the material that he's been working on. Like a lot of times you can't have cameras out.
Right.
So you can't record anything. But reporters will go and they'll write out the jokes, that I feel like that goes against the code.
Right.
Of what it's supposed to be, but people don't understand what it's like to work through your material to come up with like a 30-minute set or an hour-long set. What's that process like?
That is a whole process. I go through that process with Eli all the time. We will sit across from the table and just go back and forth all day with jokes. We'll sit there and just do random titles. At dinner, we got 5 titles. Pick something, and we just sit there and create jokes. And we be like, nope, that was trash. That was good. And we take those and then try them out at different comedy clubs. And if it work a little bit, we know we got something to go on. If we get nothing, then we're going to table this for later. And we just build upon it. It might be a small joke, 30-second joke that went to a minute joke that went to like a 2-minute joke. Next thing you know, you got a whole bit on this one topic because every time you get on stage, you're going to add something new that you didn't add before. So I could watch the same set over and over again, but every time I watch it, it's going to be different. Like with Donnell, I watch Donnell. Donnell is like a genius on the stage, but every time I watch Donnell, I could watch his set 10 times.
Right.
And every time it's going to be like, where did you get that from?
Right.
Like, he just pulls stuff out the atmosphere. We love Donnell.
and sometimes it's like people want to hear certain jokes. Even if they heard it before, they want to hear it over and over again.
Yes. And people don't think that.
Right.
Like, if you go to a Rihanna concert and she sing a song that ain't on her album, you're going to be like, come on, Riri. Like, we want to hear the hits. Sometimes it's like that with comedy, but I feel like sometimes comedians will be like, no, people don't want to hear the same jokes. Sometimes you do because every time you hear it a different way.
Now, when you say you had a regular job first before you decided to go and what's the regular job?
Yeah, I still have a regular job.
Okay, no, and people need to know that.
I do.
Right? They might think Pam posting all these flyers and having all these shows and hanging out with Kevin Hart and Naeem Lynn and Donnell Rawlings. But you still have a regular job.
I still have a regular job. Yes.
Okay.
I am right now I'm a customer service manager at a payroll company.
Okay.
So I deal with payroll. Like, I got a serious job.
It's
too.
a real job. You can't
I
get
got a
jokes and
job.
people money.
So that's what I do. And I've been in like retail management for like forever. So that's always what I did. So it was hard to get into comedy because I was always working like 1 to 11 or, those weird time frames. So I could never even really find time to do shows. So when my parents died, that was like the breaking point for me. Because both of my parents passed away during COVID. My mom and dad passed away like a month apart.
Wow, that's tough.
And during that whole time frame, I was already into comedy. My mother was like my biggest fan. Like, she pushed and pushed me and was like so excited. Like, if she knew I was here right now, she would be outside with like a Just Pan poster in the hallway. I promise you.
We need that.
She is like that person. So when they passed away, there was like so much going on at the same time. I remember being I forgot what city we were in. We were with the Plastic Cup Boys somewhere. And I was like on Zoom with my mom, like in her like literally final stage. And as I'm hanging up the phone, and they're like, coming to the stage, Just Pan.
Oh, damn.
And I was like, and I ended up having like one of my greatest performances on stage. And everybody was like, how? And I was like, I don't know. To this day, I still don't know how I was able to pull that out. But through that whole period, I never canceled a performance. I never, I think the day of my father's funeral, I had a show that night. It was just, I had to keep going. It was like I had to keep going kind of to keep from mourning.
Right.
And that was like my relief. That was my outlet. So,
did you ever take the time to grieve and take a break?
No.
You feel like that is your process? Like, it's the therapy of getting on the stage, making people laugh.
Yes. And people who like meet me and they know, they were like, Pam, we would have never known. We would have never known like all the things that you were going through during that time. And I'm like, it wasn't for you to know.
Right.
You know, it was for me to do my job as a comedian and make you laugh, and for you to see this side of me, and to, you know, be able to receive the energy that I wanted you to receive. And that's what I did. But it was hard. Boy, that was hard. But I feel like now it's like my mom is like guiding my ship. It's so weird. You know, it's everything that I say kind of comes to pass. You know, I was like, you know, I want to meet Angela Yee. I remember saying this. I did. I promise you. I said, I want to meet
Naeem
Angela
hit me up about
Yee.
you, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, Naeem.
I was like, I want to meet Angela Yee. You know, I want to do this. And everything that I said I wanted to do happened.
Right.
You know, even when I started comedy and I was like, I want to be with part of the Plastic Cup Boys. I'm like, that's never going to happen. And it happened.
That's amazing.
Yep. So I just keep speaking that positivity into existence because it's happening, you know.
Somebody had told me one time that you should set a quit number for yourself. When you get to a certain number, it's time to quit your job and go full-time into your passion.
What's that number? I don't know what that number is. I tried it for like a year.
Okay.
The year my parents died, I took a year off, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go full speed ahead into comedy, and I'm gonna quit my job, and I'm not. Yeah, and then I went back.
You went to go back
next
to it.
year. I was like, you know what? I thought about it. You know.
What are some of the hardest things about this as a career, though, for people who don't know?
The hardest thing is really trying to. It's not even about being funny. It's really more so about trying to get noticed. It's about trying to get somebody to see something in you that nobody else can see. You know, there's a billion comics out here. There's 1,000 funny people. I think Dan is hilarious. You know, like
Our producer. Dan, I couldn't. Yeah. I mean, but being funny and then being stand-up funny is two different things.
Yeah, but there's so many funny people out here. It's a matter of being able to have someone see something in you. Like I said, to be like, she's different. You know, everybody was like, oh, she reminds me of a young Monique. Oh, she reminds me of a this. And then you see my set and be like, I've never seen anything like this.
Right.
I've never seen anybody like her, you know, and I think we could do this with her, you know. So the hardest thing right now for me is like trying to find an agent that's going to benefit me.
Okay.
You know, and to represent me the way I want to be represented. You know, I don't want to be represented as, yep, she just the big girl comic and she just going to come out here and
You're
tell
not the
big girl jokes all day.
You're not the big girl, just Pam.
But that's how they want to represent me. They want to brand me as that. And I don't mind it because that's what I represent. But I want you to see past that. I don't want you to only see that when you see me. I want you to be like, forget the female, forget the black, forget the big girl. This woman was funny. That's it.
Because funny is universal.
Yes.
But certain people relate to different jokes differently.
Right.
There's certain things that you'll say that I could understand and someone else might not get it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like so when you go into these different rooms, depending on the audience, do you tailor your material? My
set kind of works wherever.
Okay.
And traveling with the Plastic Cup Boys taught me that. They always say you want to have a set that's universal, you know, because at first I was tailoring my material. And I'm like, oh, Lord, it's all white people in here, you know. So I'm like, hello, everyone. You know?
I am just Pam.
I'm Pamela, you know. And then I found that when I was doing that, my material wasn't hitting the way it was hitting. And they was like, just be you.
Right.
And my mom said that. She said, just be you. Give them you, and they will love you. And that's exactly what I did. So I stopped tailoring my material. I have certain jokes that I know I'm going to do this joke in here because this is a Hispanic joke and everybody in here is Hispanic. They're going to love this joke.
Okay.
I might do that, but I won't tailor it anymore. So
Now, I remember Joe Coy had talked about getting a special and how he ended up having to film his own and then sell it. Okay, so is that something, and tell me your thoughts on this. Like we've seen recently, Monique did the deal with Netflix. After all the drama that happened, that went down, right? And then we look at Joe Coy's approach, which is like, okay, I had to put it together myself, finance it, and then sell it. What's your approach?
I think that unless you actually have somebody, like I said, you have somebody that's like, I believe in her. I know where we could take this. I'm going to fund it, finance it, this, and this. If you don't have that, but you believe in you, you're going to have to back your own project. You know, Naeem, I just filmed a pilot with Naeem.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Oops. Sorry, nah.
Tell me about it. Tell us more.
You gotta wait and see. I can't say nothing, but we did just film a pilot not too long ago that, you know, we're really excited about. He's really excited about it.
Okay, good.
You know, but like I said, if we want to do a special, you know, Eli's actually writing a movie and I'm like co-writing with him, and we feel like we may have to fund this movie on our own, but we're so passionate about how awesome it's coming out. We got to take out a loan. We gonna have to call somebody, the FCC, BET. I don't know who we gonna call. But like I said, when you believe in, you know, your craft and you really know, like every time I get off the stage and I get this response from the crowd, I'll be like, wow, I'm really funny. You know, they really, you know, and it's not me saying it, it's their reaction to me, and they make me feel like I was really meant to do this, you know, so I want to keep going. I want more people to see my comedy. I want people to see my face and be like, oh, that's her, you know. My Instagram. Remember last time I talked to you and I talked to you about my Instagram?
Yes, you did.
Yep. And we were like doing videos and stuff, and like.
And you've been consistent because I think consistency is important.
Yes. And now, you know, my Instagram is like slowly getting to that point, and I'm just like, it almost happened overnight, but it was literally after that conversation. That wasn't that long ago, because that was when we did lip service. And from then to now, it was like, it's a significant.
That's great. It makes you feel like keep pushing. And, you know, you're fortunate in that you had Naeem, who you were able to call, and he's like, come on, and he's helped you. But do you feel like, because I've heard a lot of things about gatekeepers and about people not wanting to help other people out in this industry. What's your experience been like, besides with Naeem?
I'm going to say I've been pretty fortunate to run across people who genuinely be like, I love her, you know, for whatever reason, you know, and a lot of people be like, what is it that you doing? Why does everybody love Just Pam? And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm not doing anything different. You know, it's just like if they meet me or they see me for the first time, they always like, I got a show I want to put you on. Or they'll call me and be like, yeah, we saw you at the such and such. And I'm like, I wasn't even performing. I was just sitting in the audience, you know. So it's actually been, I can't say that that's been my case.
That's good. That's great. Now, we like to hear that. What do you think is one of, if you had to say, the most classic stand-up special that you've watched over and over and over again, that you feel like is perfection? What would you say?
I'm going to say Martin Lawrence, You So Crazy.
Okay.
That is my favorite stand-up.
What all over your body.
Yes. Yep. I think I know that verbatim from beginning to end. Like, when that came out, I remember when I watched, was it Delirious, Eddie Murphy Delirious.
That's when he had a red leather outfit?
Red leather suit.
Okay.
And I watched it. It was hilarious, but I didn't understand it enough. But I thought it was hilarious. But when I watched You So Crazy, I understood everything that was going on. And it was like the funniest thing I ever seen. So, yes, that's like my all-time. I could watch it over and over again, and I won't get tired of it.
So what does success look like to you now?
That is a great question. Success for me right now is me being in a position of comfortability, you know, being able to, like I said, share my craft with, you know, really with the world. Honestly, you know, I want to move into acting. I want to move everything that I want to do. I feel like I'm going to be successful at it. So I can't really categorize success as one thing, because there's so many different layers of what success, you know what I'm saying, is to me. You know, I could be successful at comedy, but I don't feel like that's necessarily going to make me successful, you know, because I want to be a successful comedian. I want to be a successful actress. You know, I want to be a writer. There's so many things that I want to do. So once I could take all the layers together and I'm sitting back and everything is working for me, then I'll be like, wow, I'm successful.
Got your own payroll coming in.
There it is. There it is. Yes.
Well, Just Pam, let everybody know how they can find you and also keep up with you, go to the shows, watch the sketches, all of that.
Yes. You can find me on social media, on Instagram at @IAM_JustPam. I have shows and stuff posted. I'm actually, I have a show coming up on March 23rd. It's in Jersey. So if y'all in Jersey.
Hometown, baby.
Yes. So if y'all in Jersey and you don't follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to be giving away 3 sets of tickets to this show. So that's 6 tickets that I'm going to give away. But you got to follow me on Instagram and then DM me and just say, way up with ye in your comments so that I know. And I'm going to pick 3 sets of people to come to the show.
And that's a good date. Now, I always feel like the comedy club is, even though lately I've seen some viral moments of people breaking up at the comedy club. But other than that, it's a great date night if your relationship is strong.
Yes, so I'll be there. Jonathan Martin is going to be performing. Comedian CJ Cracks. My partner, comedian Eli Rich, is going to be there, and a lot of other comics. So shout out to comedian Eli Rich, too. That's my backbone right there.
I love it.
So definitely make sure y'all hit me up. Again, IAM_JustPam. Hit that follow button, and
let's go to Jersey.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. You won't be sorry.
All right, Just Pam, thank you so much. This is Mastery of Comedy on Way Up with Angela Yee.